Mayo Clinic is taking the lead on an experimental ALS drug.
Researchers are looking to see what effect it may have on patients with ALS, also known as Lou Gehrig's disease. Tim Blott's joining us now. And so, Tim, when we're talking about ALS, even tiny steps can be big steps in the medical world.
Ain't that the truth? That's because there's no known cure for ALS. This is a deadly motoneural disease, and most patients have no more than 3 years after their diagnosis. So Mayor's Florida campus now just received $12 million in a federal grant to manage a study on a Japanese drug that's called ibutolast. It's used in Japan to treat asthma, but it does not have FDA approval for use here in the States. But the FDA did grant permission to study the drug under what it's called the Expanded Access Program. This is where patients have no known treatments or cures. In fact, under this study, Mayo will test the drug in roughly 200 patients at its Florida, Rochester, Minnesota, and Arizona campuses. And I talked to the lead investigator this afternoon in Florida about what he's hoping to learn here.
ALS today remains a deadly and difficult disease. We're hoping to slow the disease down eventually to a complete standstill or start pushing back. And this will be a step on the way. This drug in of itself probably won't take us all the way there, but it could definitely help.
Yeah, Dr. Oscarson says he expects to find encouraging results. He says a small study in the Carolinas about 10 years ago showed about a third of the patients with ALS did not worsen during the 6 months that they were on this drug. And this new investigation by Mayo will actually run parallel to a clinical trial on ibutolast. The trial, though, that's limited to patients very early in the stages of ALS. The Mayo investigation is open to patients who have more advanced symptoms, so it's a broader kind of study. And Dr. Oscarson hopes to launch his testing program within the next 6 months, which, Kelsey, is really fast because usually it takes more than a year to set up these programs.
Yeah, we'll have to follow it and see what they find. Thank you, Tim.